What's up, guys? This is Merc Music, and I'm bringing you guys the very first episode of Why People Hate Modern Warfare 3. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background information on the gameplay. I'm bringing you guys some drop zone on Dome using the PP90M1, and I believe in this situation, in comparison to the gameplay and the topic I'm going to be talking about, they correlate so well, because the two things I'm covering for this very first episode are tryharding and reg-gunning. And I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of background information on what reg-gunning is first. I can't expect everybody to know what reg-gunning is. Essentially, what people define as reg-gunning is using anything but a sniper rifle. You know, to a certain extent. But anyway, I'll cover that later. First, I want to talk about tryharding. And I'm going to give you guys my perspective on what I think about it. Because, ultimately, tryharding is not really tryharding. And you're probably thinking to yourself, what is he talking about? Because everybody has this mentality that tryharding is using certain weapons and, you know, like maybe even sitting in corners, kind of like my teammate was right there. But really, there is a difference between tryharding and being a noob. And when people say weapons like the ACR and the Type 95, you know, the Striker, extended max damage combo and things like that, even the PP90 and other powerful SMGs, they're not really fitting the description very well. These are the easiest weapons in the game to use, bar none. If you're just one of those easygoing players that is playing to rank up fast, then you're not really going to put in enough time into the game to try different things like sniping and quickscoping, and ultimately try to gain a different skill set, because you're in it to get to 10th prestige, level 80, rub it in everyone's face, which some people actually do. I think that's kind of pathetic. But, yeah, tryharding is not really tryharding. You're using the easiest guns in the game, even like I am in this gameplay. And, you know, I'll give you guys a little bit of background history on my experience of playing Call of Duty 4 or 5 years ago. Because at that time, I was what I would consider to be not a tryhard, but a noob. And this is what many of the players are like today. Because people consider things like, you know, the whole, from Call of Duty 4, Frag 3, Juggernaut, and Martyrdom, and using like the M16 or the AK-47, maybe even the MP5, you know, people call that tryharding. And it's really not tryharding, and to be honest, it's really not even being newbie. It's using the handicaps. This is what Infinity Ward defines as handicaps. They put Juggernaut in, Martyrdom in, to help players get more kills. Players that weren't very strong at the game. And I don't feel like I was a very strong player then. However, now I'm using perks like Sleight of Hand, Quick Draw, and Sit Rep, because they are tailored more towards a faster kind of, you know, feel towards playing the game, I guess. You know, you get more rushing, you get more aggressive style using perks like these. And I feel like I'm a strong enough player to do that, you know, play like that now. So, I don't know, but there are so many players that are going to be new to this game that they're just not going to be thinking about things like that. They have to get accustomed to so many things first before they can, you know, quick scope, trick shot, and things like that. But anyway, tryharding ultimately requires more skill, and what I believe is skill in this game ultimately comes down to precision, which, if you want to become a tryhard, you have to use things like the sniper rifle and the throwing knife. And you guys are probably really confused as to why I'm saying that. Well, think about it like this. The PP90, such an easy gun to use. The squirt gun is the easiest, one of the easiest guns to use, especially for Dome. However, it doesn't require you to put in a lot of effort to be very successful with that weapon. So, you're not really trying hard to do well. It might be considered newbie to a certain degree, because you don't have to, you know, have a lot of precision. Your accuracy doesn't need to be that well, and the gun itself is very, very powerful. However, you have to put in more time into the game to get good at quickscoping, to get good at trick shotting, and ultimately you're trying harder to do things like that, if you kind of get what I'm saying. So, I guess really what I'm trying to say is that tryharding is a reverse of what people think it is. If you're going to say somebody using a Type 95 is a tryhard, they're really not a tryhard. They're somebody who is new to the game, and to be honest, I'm playing a lot of search and destroy at the moment using sniper rifles, trying to trick shot, and they're not tryharding. They want the 500 XP. They're there for the 500 XP. They want it so badly because they're trying to level up and get through their prestiges. And that is the game's objective. My objective as somebody who is going for YouTube gameplays, montage clips, and things like that, even trick shots now, is to set different goals, different expectations. The typical player, their only goal or expectation is what the game tells them. If the game tells them you can get 10,000 XP for getting 10 kills while using Assassin, then, you know, there's players that are going to be all over that, because that's going to get them leveled up faster. So basically what I'm trying to say is, tryharding, it is kind of for people who are using the easy guns, the newbie guns, whatever you want to call them, and people who use snipers are tryhards as well, because they're setting different goals, harder goals. They want to obtain a different skill set. So if you get called a tryhard and you're a sniper, accept that, because there's nothing wrong with that. I don't believe there is anything wrong with being a tryhard. However, if somebody is calling you a noob, you might be doing something wrong. Unless they're calling you a quickscope noob, then that's absolutely fine, because that's just how I feel about it. But anyway, I want to talk about reg-gunning now. Now, people consider the guns that I was kind of mentioning, you know, like the submachine guns, assault rifles, not too much the LMGs, because those guns are completely underused, and the shotguns. Those are considered to be reg guns. But does that mean the sniper rifle is an irregular gun? Think about it, because it isn't by any means. I mean, that's completely ridiculous. And this thought of tryharding and reg-gunning, both of these terms, the terminology for Call of Duty, there's retracting from the fact that this is a freaking war game. You know, we should be using terminology like you know, kind of like MLG callouts, because if you're giving your team like coordinates and, you know, specific places on the map, ultimately you are, you know, learning the game better. Where the hell am I going with this? Oh my god. I just realized how far away this is from what I'm supposed to be talking about. But anyway, as far as it goes for reg-gunning, well, that's a nice 5-man feed right there. But it's really not that hard to pull off with these guns that I'm using. But anyway, players are free to use whatever weapons they choose. Players choose reg-guns because ultimately they are easier to use and it can help them level up faster. That is what the typical player's goal is. it's to level up. Man, people just want to level up. They'll do anything for it. And that's kind of why I feel like contracts from Call of Duty Black Ops ruined the game, because people were looking at the contracts, finding the easy ones to do, you know, get 10 kills with the FAMAS, get a crap load of, you know, COD points, and then you use that to buy whatever you want. I mean, that is ridiculous. And, you know, daily and weekly challenges in Modern Warfare 3, they're kind of like that. However, I get those challenges completed without even knowing it, so I don't feel like they really affect the game as badly as contracts did from Call of Duty Black Ops. But anyway, if you are not reg-gunning, or what is not considered to be reg-gunning, if you're using a sniper, you're giving yourself a different challenge, you're demonstrating a different skill set, and that's basically it. I mean, these concepts, this terminology that people are getting into when playing this game subtract from the game's realism, and, you know, play lightheartedly. If you play with me, you know I generally get pretty angry. Well, actually, probably very angry at times, trying to chill out on that. But, yeah, I don't know. That's basically it for this episode. I really don't have anything else to talk about. So close to the Moab, so close to the 100+ kill drop zone game, which is what I'm going for. So, yeah, I mean, the final score is 80-5. I'm a tryhard, I'm a reg-gunner. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please drop a like if you want to see more. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for all of my YouTube channel updates and open lobby posts. Become a fan of Merc Music on Facebook by clicking the link in the description below. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel for future videos and other Why People Hate Modern Warfare 3 videos that I'll be releasing. And as always, guys, don't forget to check out the previous video by clicking the annotation on the screen or checking out the video response below. Thanks, guys.